All right, then let's see what it sounds like if I automate the playhead so that it plays back from slightly different points in the sample. Let's make a beat with Ableton Move. One of my favorite things about Move is using the built-in mic to create instruments from sounds around me. Yesterday, I recorded a single note from an old out-of-tune piano. And it sounds like this. Just added a little bit of reverb and has a really nice texture to it. So let's turn on the metronome and lay down some chords. So for the drums, I made a custom drum rack inside of Live and exported it as a Move preset. So let's put some down. So next, I'm going to use note repeat to add some fast shakers inside of here. So I'll hold shift, go to the note repeat. My rate's on 16ths. So let's add some in. So for the bass, I'm just going to record myself singing a note and then transpose it down, do some processing, and turn it into a nice thick bass. So let's get a reference tone from the piano. Now let's roll out some of the high frequencies, pitch it down. Then I have a saturator on here to add some weight. The saturator's curve is set to the bass shape. So next I want to add something up in the top end. So I'm going to record a sine wave from a test tone on my phone and then add an arpeggiator to add some sparkle and some movement on top. So let's go up and use the melodic sampler. So let's record a sine wave off of my phone. You can hear that there's some texture and some white noise from the air that's in the room that's layered in with that sine wave. So now let's go in, add a little delay and reverb, and then turn on the arpeggiator. So I have some delay. Let's go to the reverb. And next, let's hold shift, turn on the repeat. And if you hit the jog wheel on repeat, you can change the style to a different type of ARP. We'll go to ARP down, and then let's change the rate to 30 seconds just to make it kind of fast. Okay, and let's go in and figure out where we could place that. Next, I'm going to record some automation on the delay time to add a little bit of wobbly pitch texture on there. Now, I want to be able to layer some kind of bright, high, top-end chords and harmonic texture, but still be able to put some warm kind of pad sound underneath. So what I'm going to do is mute the drums, mute the bass, and only have the chords and the ARP playing. Then I'm going to go into the drum rack, hit the record button, and if I click the jog wheel, it'll change from mic to resampling. These 4 pads I'm not using currently in my drum pattern. So I'm gonna hit the pads where I want different sample chops to start and see what I could do with some resampling. Right now, these pads are set to trigger. So if I hold shift and I click on the jog wheel, I can go to filter and setup. And I'm gonna change for each of these pads to be gate instead of trigger. And then let's go in and I'm gonna go back to the main banks and let's go in and play with the start times. I'm also going to change the filter type to be a high pass. So on this pad, let's change the high pass, pull the frequency down to around 600 or 700. Same thing here. So the other cool thing is I have 16 pitches available for each of these pads on the resample. So if I select a pad, I can go in and play it an octave above. So let's go in and find places where we could put these little sampled rechop to add some more sparkly top end texture onto the track. Next, I'm going to go in and remove the initial hit that I made to only keep the hits that are an octave up. So I'm going to select this pad. Let's navigate to bar 1. I'm going to take out that first step. Let's go to this pad. I need to go to bar 2, take out that first step. And then let's go to the third pad. We're going to go to bar 3, take out the first step. And then go to the fourth pad and go to bar 6 and take out the first step. So let's go in and have a listen. All right, so now that we've got some resampled texture in on top of the track, I'm gonna bring back in the original piano and go play with some filter movements and record some automation. So let's hit record and start playing with some filter movements. That feels really good. I'm gonna jump back over to the drum rack and remove one more of one of these hits. So let's hit play, and I think it's gonna be in bar 4. I'm gonna take out that last one, but let's look. So let's top it off with a distinguished melody, something that you could hum along or give it more of like a sonic watermark and make this all feel complete. So for this, I'm gonna sing some random gibberish on a pitch, and I'm just gonna play that back as a melody. So let's play around with some melody ideas and then record it in. So I changed the attack to be a little more plucky, adjusted the release so that it just rings out longer. And now let's go in and just add a little bit of filter automation so that it has some dynamic to it. right, then let's see what it sounds like if I automate the playhead so that it plays back from slightly different points in the sample, because I was humming some kind of gibberish on top of that. So it'll give it a cool texture that doesn't feel so stagnant. So let's hit record and just play around with the playhead. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, found this inspiring. In a world where we have limitless options for different tracks and VSTs always available to us, it's been really refreshing for my creative muscles to only work with 4 tracks and a built-in mic and really get creative with how I resample and repurpose tracks given the limitations. So I hope you found this inspiring. Let me know how you've been using Move in the comments. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.